what is in it for EdTech startup in early childhood education. We have one small slide on the market size, since we have both startup and VCs here. Some of my numbers here are, actually I have made some adjustment here, so it could be like arbitrary, but basically this is the Kanta number. I see Michael smiling. I think EdTech is no longer 3 billion, it could be smaller, so, but anyway, this is not my number, so I'm just citing it, but the other numbers are more correct. So we do have a very big K-12 student body in Vietnam, and this is Ministry of Education's number, 22 million, among which preschool, early childhood education is close to 6 billion, 5.7 million students, kids in general. Number of schools is about 27,000, and this is more important, the number of schools, students in private education, where we do see, immediate money monetization opportunities, right? So at preschool level, which I know best, about 22% of the 5.7, 5.8 million Vietnamese kids actually attend private kindergartens or daycare. That translates to about 1.3, 1.4 million kids in private education. Parents pay for them to go to daycare and kindergarten. In upper school, the official number is about 15%. I doubt it a lot, so I put it down to 11% because with COVID and with the economy right now, I think many parents actually are forced to take back their kids from private schools and go and put them back into public school, at least for some time, right? Okay, so what is it in terms of tech? I've been speaking about. So I have spoken about tech, about education. What is it for us in terms of tech? This is the strategy and direction by Moet. I'm very happy to see people taking pictures because I took it from the decision by the Prime Minister approving a big project for education. Most of these are in place, like the access to online education resources actually in place. However, the intensity and frequency of access to online education is more a problem. Yeah. Online education ecosystem, I think, so this is a big word, but I think basically after COVID and with Vietnam having such a good infrastructure of network, of internet, basically I do think we have an online education ecosystem. How to monetize and how to make yourself an imprint in that ecosystem is another issue. School management. Okay, so many people in this room know that I come from school management background. My company makes and provides KidsOnline, school online, kindergarten management system and school, mostly private school management system. So this is the government's wish list to have 100% schools and preschools using a school management system. Sorry for putting preschool as a singular, it should be plural. Sorry, we have English experts here. 100% of students and teachers' records are registered on the mobile teachers and student database. This part is true, but not 100% schools and preschools use a school management system. There is one during COVID, and many schools, especially public schools, are using it only once in a while when they have to register the grades and then send the report to the Ministry of Education and still charging parents, fee for using it, only 2-3 times per semester. So we do hope that school management system is going to be better utilized. And why we need that? Because on top of school management system, you actually can have other online resources. Our MOET teacher and student database is up to date and etc. this is kind of done, and with Vietnam everybody now having an EID, the plan is to use the VNEID for MOET teachers and student database, I think coming in the coming years. So here, I think we have mostly like software and contents people in the room, but if we have hardware and devices in the room, many will say, okay, where are the hardware and where are the like smart classroom things within the direction and strategy by MOET? Unfortunately, I don't see it being put here. So the government used to spend lots of money on making the school, equipping school with internet access, which I think we have at reasonable level to own schools, even in remote areas, and at least one PC lab, so the IT lab with conventional PC. However, that is clearly not enough for these days where we have many of the learning contents online on smart devices. And Vietnam is far behind many other countries in terms of one child, one device, or one student, one laptop. And without that, many of these things actually would happen, like only on the surface. After COVID, during COVID, there was a big drive for laptop and for smart device to the schools. After that, it was forgotten, and then we know that there was scandals about all those public procurement with some provincial Department of Education. So it's kind of it's now like standstill. So with all of this, I would hope that, and we all would hope that there is a bigger drive for better internet connection to the schools and also better access to smart devices. A tablet or Chromebook or like laptops for students before we can really speak about an online education ecosystem. Okay, so let's go to where we are, because I would like to make the case for STEM education, especially at preschool level, as an interesting avenue for investment in Vietnam. And just because I was assigned to speak about preschool education and what is in there for possible investment. So about the STEM education in Vietnam, I think we kind of know that Vietnam is really, making it our pride that we stand high on PISA ranking, especially in terms of math. We do have top-notch education, teachers training schools for STEM programs. And during COVID time, actually, the government, the Ministry of Education, put out a digital literacy framework for all school level, including preschool level, which is quite something. Not many other countries in Southeast Asia has this. And the new curriculum of Vietnam, launched in 2018, has a significant component, which is a STEM, both as an individual subject and as an interdisciplinary subject. And Vietnamese students do compete very well in STEM and robotic competitions everywhere. So I think many people in the room would know STEM for Vietnam, Vex robotic and all of that. Okay. So basically, we do have, as a country, we do have a high level of attention to, family investment in education, just like China, Singapore, and among education, English language, natural sciences, and STEM, so top priority. So driving deep down to preschool education, I think the bright spot for investment or for the future, what can still be interesting in early childhood education in Vietnam, is actually computational thinking robotics, STEM for very young children in general. Here you see the UNICEF project that you mentioned, that I actually managed in 2020 and 2021, and you see teachers down here. They are teachers in Tà Xùa in Lào Cai province. Not many people have been to Tà Xùa, right? These are actually preschool teachers in Tà Xùa doing what? Actually, they are trying augmented reality on tablets, on Samsung tablet provided by UNICEF. So we actually experimented with putting augmented reality and virtual reality to preschool education. So these are also same students in Tà Xùa using UNICEF tablet for augmented reality. On upper pictures, you see preschool teachers in Hanoi are playing and coding robots, Wheelsbot actually, from China, and they are now in. So like last month and this month, our team, we are organizing lots of preschool level robotic competition where kids actually code. They do, computer science at the preschool level. They use flashcard to code for those robots to run. If we have time, we actually have a video here to show the preschool kids code and make robots run. What do we see there? In terms of market size for preschool STEM education, I mentioned that we have 5.7 or close to 6 million kids under the age of 6. Among them, I think half would be in the age of 3 to 6, which are relevant for STEM education. And let's say if families, kindergartens spend like $80 per month, per school year, per kid for STEM education, and about 1 million out of the 3 million young children of the age 3 to 6 could take STEM classes, then we have a decent market of about $80 million, and that is curriculum alone, and that does not yet include, like hardware, like all the robots, all the other materials for STEM, on the smart classroom for kids, on the tablets and interactive boards that are needed for those classes. So I would argue that this is something that, as we have younger parents of preschool kids who are very aware of the future for their kids, that are very STEM connected, computational thinking, and 21st century skills thinking, they would be willing to invest in their children, doing STEM classes since the preschool. And this is not, Vietnam is no way pioneering in this regard, right? We have China who are maybe 10 years ahead of us. We have Singapore who implemented, smart nations in 2012. So they're also 12 years ahead of us for all of this. So I do hope that with the community that we are having here, some of you will be interested in working with us at the KidsOnline, at the Vietnam Association for Non-Public Preschool Association, for to make this whole thing happen in the coming months and years. So thank you.